In the previous video, we spoke about a quiet inner sense that stays present as life continues. Nothing dramatic feels wrong. People work, they take care of responsibilities, they make plans and move forward. From the outside, life looks stable. Everything appears to be in place. Yet, inwardly, something begins to feel heavier. Focus takes more effort than it used to. Rest does not feel fully refreshing. Even simple decisions feel strangely draining. What lies beneath this is not failure and not dissatisfaction. It is a deeper inner longing, a sense that life is moving but not in the direction it truly wants to move. Many people experience this while doing everything right. They have a job, they are responsible, they show up for others, and still there is a quiet sense of misalignment. When this inner pull is ignored, people keep searching for the next goal, the next achievement, the next improvement, or sometimes the next escape. They may change jobs, move to new cities, or chase new distractions. Yet the feeling returns, not because something outside is missing, but because something inside has not been listened to. This is where alignment begins. Alignment is not a belief system, it is not a philosophy to adopt, it is a functional understanding of how life works when it flows without inner resistance. An aligned life does not feel perfect, but it feels cooperative. There is effort, but not constant friction. This alignment can be understood through four inseparable aspects of life. First is inner calling, second, support, third, desire, and finally, freedom. They are traditionally called dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, not as doctrines or rules, but as lived realities that quietly shape every human life. Inner calling, also known as dharma, is the natural direction your life wants to move in. It is often misunderstood as duty or morality, but it is not about being good, it is about being true. It is a natural movement within you, like a river flowing downhill, like fire rising upward. You do not force it, you recognize it. Inner calling is personal, it is unique, and it cannot be borrowed, copied, or imposed. A person may look successful on the outside, yet feel deeply unmotivated, living completely away from their inner calling. Another may live simply and still feel deeply aligned. Inner calling can be understood in two related ways: your personal calling, Swadharma, the unique direction of your life, and the eternal values of life, known as Sanatana Dharma, such as truthfulness, balance, compassion, responsibility, and non-violence. When a person lives aligned with their unique calling, these values arise naturally. They do not need to be forced. A person living truthfully does not try to be honest. Truthfulness becomes natural. In following your inner calling, your values mature and life becomes ethical and whole. As this direction becomes clearer, a practical question arises: how does one support this direction in daily life? This brings us to the next aspect: Artha. Artha or support is often misunderstood as money alone, but support simply means whatever allows your inner calling to exist and grow in this world. It can include skills, health, time, education, relationships, trust, and stability. A person drawn to teaching needs time and clarity as support. A person drawn to service needs emotional strength. A person drawn to creativity needs space and patience. Different callings require different forms of support. Many people chase only support: more money, more fame, more education. But gathering support alone is not the goal of life. Support exists to serve inner calling, not replace it. Support grows through honest action alone, not waiting or wishful thinking. It grows from action taken within present capacity. If teaching is your inner calling, you begin by teaching one student. If writing is your inner calling, you write one page a day. If healing is your inner calling, you listen to one person fully and patiently. As action continues, skill develops, clarity deepens, trust forms, and consistency appears. Gradually, life begins to cooperate and brings you the necessary support. Yet, even when inner calling is clear and support is in place, life can still feel incomplete. Because life is not meant only to work, it is meant to be lived and expressed. This brings us to the third aspect, desire, the energy behind every action, traditionally called as karma. Karma is often misunderstood as pleasure or accumulation, but it is neither. It is motivation behind every action. When desire flows from inner nature, it appears as curiosity, creativity, enthusiasm, sustained interest. Time passes quickly. Effort feels light. There is no need to force yourself. As more people ignore their inner calling, conditioned by society, school, family, and culture, desire takes distorted form like craving, the need for validation, greed, jealousy, and comparison. Action begins to feel heavy and restless. The question is not whether desire exists, the question is how it moves. When energy moves in alignment, desire completes itself. Inner calling matures into stable inner values. Desire releases not through suppression, but through completion. This completion does not end in excitement or achievement, it ends in quiet fulfillment. There is no urge to prove, no restlessness to chase the next thing. What remains is a sense of enoughness. This completion opens the doorway to freedom, traditionally called moksha. Moksha does not mean withdrawal from life, it means withdrawal from inner struggle. When this freedom is present, while a person is still living, acting, and participating in the world, such a person is called a Jivan Mukta, liberated while living. At this point, action no longer comes from someone trying to become something, but from life itself moving freely. This is the state of a Jivan Mukta, not because action has stopped, but because identity has dissolved. For such a person, life continues, action happens, relationships remain, but there is no inner bondage. Most inner tension comes from being pulled into different directions. When inner calling is unclear, the mind doubts. When support feels unstable, the mind worries. When energy is misdirected, the mind chases or resists. When inner callings, support, and aligned energy come together, the mind relaxes naturally. Action no longer feels like I am doing this. It feels as though life is moving through you. Effort remains, but friction dissolves. Responsibility remains, but psychological weight drops. This freedom does not belong to one path. Human beings differ in nature. Some act, some love, some inquire, some discipline themselves inwardly. The paths differ, the destination does not. When action does not arise from inner calling, it leaves a residue. Tendencies such as expectation, regret, pride, or guilt within the psyche. Even good actions bind when done from fear or identity. As long as inner longing remains incomplete, this cycle continues. When longing completes into clarity and stable values, the cycle ends. Alignment does not add anything to life, it removes what is unnecessary, past conditionings, and internal struggle. By allowing inner longing to complete itself, attention naturally moves into the present moment. There is nothing left that needs to be born again. When action is free of identity, it leads to freedom. When love is free of demand, it leads to freedom. When understanding dissolves identity, it leads to freedom. When discipline purifies rather than control, it leads to freedom. What remains is simplicity, clarity, and ease in being here. In the next video, we will explore how this freedom shows up quietly in real situations. Your time is precious, and I truly value that you chose to spend it here. Thank you for being here. If this touched you, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. This is Inner Wisdom Space, a channel for inner clarity, purpose, and spiritual insight.